We went into the soda shop because we heard things about the soda shop, and when I first walked in there, I felt like a blast of cold air. And the employees were working behind the counter, and I was kind of just walking around trying to see if I could pick up on spirits. And I picked up on this young girl, I would say she's like in her early 20s, and she wasn't really sad, but she had a story to tell. And what she was saying was that her family left her and she was left behind in the town of Columbia. For some reason she couldn't leave. It had nothing to do with the long lost one. It all had to do with her family. And she actually died in her 40s, but she likes to show her presence to the living. Like when people are working behind the counter, she'll tap them on the shoulder, or she'll jiggle, you know, glasses or spoons or whatever she can manifest, and she just basically wants to say, I'm here. This is my story. She has not crossed. Spirits can cross, or they can cross and come back as a spiritual visitation, or they may not have crossed at all. I don't pick up she's crossed at all. So her heart's heavy and she's looking for her family. And I think anybody that's sensitive that goes in there will definitely pick up on. We've gone to like 30, 40 hotels. I don't even know. I can't count. But I can truly say that this hotel is the most haunted of any hotel I've gone to so far in my career. This little boy I picked up on is amazing. He's this little spirit that doesn't show himself all the time. He hasn't crossed over. He's looking for his sister. He really misses his sister. His sister died of a tragic death when she was, his sister was a year older than him in life. She was about maybe 12 or 13, and she died of some terrible illness. And he actually died in his later teens of some kind of like respiratory thing. He didn't live very long, but he likes to show himself at the certain age, which is about 10 or 11. Well, when I walked into the lobby of the hotel, I immediately felt his presence, and I saw a vision of a ball. It's like he likes to bounce balls, so maybe he played with balls in his life. But what I really did, I'm a channeler, and when I tapped into his energy, what he was telling me is that he really, really misses his sister. He's longing to see his sister. His sister was taken from him abruptly. He didn't know what happened. He wasn't allowed to visit her when she was on her deathbed, so he was always confused. What happened to my sister? I pick up the name Stacy. But this little boy has been showing himself at the hotel for, at least a century. He died like in I picked up 1827. Dina took us upstairs, and she told us that this room had a lot of a history of people seeing some kind of paranormal activity in it, but she didn't tell me anything. I had to pick up on it myself. So here's the bed, here's a chair. I sat in the chair next to the bed, and all of a sudden I felt cold going behind my neck. And then I concentrated, I channeled. You always call in your spirit guides before you channel, because it felt like a real heavy sadness. And I picked up on a woman spirit named Elizabeth, who was she shows and manifests herself in her early 30s, late 20s. She's got blonde, reddish brown hair, light skin. She showed me dresses that she likes to wear. They were kind of like green and blue and white. Those were her favorite color schemes. Why spirits show you things that mean nothing to you, I don't know. But this is what she showed me. And then I think she gained my trust, and then I dug a little deeper in her life, and I picked up that her fiance went off for a job, some type of mining job, construction job. I didn't pick that up with certainty, but he left. I did pick that up with certainty. And when he left, she was left alone. He never came back. She was devastated. Well, she didn't have money just to get up and go and find her beloved. This is the classic ghost story where she loses her beloved. So she was stuck in the town doing a lot of odds and end jobs, you know, trying to make a living. Whatever she could do, cooking or some type of seamstress work or whatever she could do just to pay her way at the hotel. And she actually lived at the hotel for a long time. But she still, her presence is heavy. She never got over losing her fiance, not even into her death. She actually died when she was about in her late 40s. And I'm picking up it with some type of gastrointestinal type of flu. Elizabeth, I'm talking about Elizabeth. And she was engaged again, but she never had children. She never got over this first love of hers, the guy that she was engaged to that took off and never came back. Never got over